Hello, it's Lillian here. It's already January, and in Canada we have a special season. It's not in any four of those. It's in January, February. We call it the RRSP season. If you are in the workforce, you know what I mean. Today, we're going to talk about 6 advantages of invest into your RRSP. And please stay to the end because every point is very important. Let's get started. Okay. Advantage number 1, it's very simple, is most people know about this. So you will have immediate tax break. And so if you, for example, say I am here in Alberta, and say if the personal income is, your taxable income is $75,000, if you contribute $5,000 into the RRSP, the immediate tax return, tax saving is $1,525. And so that's how much you will get back if you put $5,000 into RRSP. What if you put into $10,000? Then you will get $3,050 back from the tax, which is forever gone if you don't put in anything. And if it's $15,000, then it's $4,500, somewhere there. So you get the idea. So basically that means if you put in that much money, your instant return is about 30% if you put in $10,000. That's a lot, and you can put this money back into RRSP or into your TFSA. And then hopefully when you are older, you will have a lower tax bracket, and then when you take them out, and you will pay less tax. So this is number 1. Number 2 advantage of RRSP is all the money in the RRSP grow tax deferred. It's not tax free because you do need to pay tax when you take them out, but as long as the money sit in your RRSP, it's tax deferred. So for example, if we have the same amount, one is in RRSP, one is in non-registered account, which isn't any registered account, and so in the just non-registered account, you will get a T3 or T5 every single year if you made income in any sort, interest, dividend, capital gain, and you have to pay for that. But in this case, because you did not pay for that while it's in there, so all of those money keep making more money for you, like snowball effect. That's why putting to RRSP is better, like more tax efficient compared to if you're not have it in the RRSP in a regular open non-registered account. So that's advantage number 2. So advantage number 3 for having an RRSP is for people who do invest into stocks, especially US stocks. And as we know that if you invest US stocks in RRSP, and there is no withholding tax whatsoever. So what if you because there is a treaty between US and Canada about that, and but if you do the same thing for TFSA, and there is withholding tax, which you don't even know because it's not CRAs taking that, it's the IRS, which is the US version of CRA, that they would take 15% of withholding tax if you do get dividend from US company stocks. So if you do that, and RRSP is a better vehicle than TFSA or any other registered account. But if you are investing into mutual fund, and because mutual fund companies are Canadian companies, so it's all taken care of, so you don't have to worry about that. So number 4 reason is very special for RRSP is that RRSP is actually a credit proof. What that means is like all the money in RRSP, the creditor cannot access, and it's just part of the regulation. It was in place, the law was in place. So RRSP is the only registered account has this function, and other registered account does not. So advantage number 5 of RRSP is the home buyer plan. If you are going to buy a house for the very first time, well, now we know how expensive all the houses are. The housing market is crazy, even here in Calgary. And so what you can do is that you can borrow $35,000 max from your RRSP, given that you do have money in your RRSP, to put down as a down payment for your first house if you qualify for that. But this doesn't mean you can take them out for free. And yeah, you can take them out for free of interest, but you still need to pay it back within the next 15 years. If you don't pay it back during that time, then it will be a taxable income, because just assume that you withdraw money from your RRSP. So when you use this, make sure you understand your cash flow. You know that you can pay for both this and your mortgage, and also live a life. That's the only thing that you need to consider. But as a function wise, RRSP is capable of doing this for home buyers plan. So that's number 5. Number 6 advantage of RRSP is that you can name a beneficiary. It's so big. It sounds so simple, but this is so big, because all of your assets at the time of you die, if there is not having a beneficiary, it will go into your estate, which you'll go through the whole probate process. It's not just costly, it's also costs a lot of time. And but with the right beneficiary in place, that the money can go directly into the beneficiary instead of going through the whole process. So make sure you update your beneficiary as your will periodically. If you are naming your spouse, your RRSP will roll over to your spouse tax-free until your spouse die, and then there will be tax consequence then. But if you do name other people besides your spouse, it can still bypass the estate, but they will have to, it will be taxed as part of your final tax bill. So if you do have more than $10,000 in your RRSP and half of them is gone, because 100% of your RRSP is calculated as your income. That's why having life insurance will help pay for some of that final tax bill that it can be enormous. And then you can use a small amount of premium to exchange for that big coverage, will cover some of these expenses at the end of the lifetime. So I hope these 6 advantages will convince you to contribute to your RRSP this year. And as long as you start slow, it would just make an automatic payment, and you will see the difference after a while, and you will really thank yourself later on when you see all of this money sitting in your account waiting for you to use them later on. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you like financial topics like this, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and ask me any questions if you have in the comment section below. That will help me to understand more of what people want to know, and I can produce more content accordingly. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.